This show is sponsored by 106th Street Tire and Wheel, 106-01 Northern Boulevard, Corona, New York, 11368. 106 Tire and Wheel. And hello, guys. This is True to New York Sports. You notice there's a little difference here. There's four people here, but there's no Lou. Look at the title, Sports Talk with Boogie and Steele. We had to kick Lou out because he just wasn't doing his job. So we had to give him a 1 week suspension. Sorry, Lou. You gotta watch just like everybody else.
The milk's
We got
gone bad.
Steele, we got the Chet stunt guy, and we got a brand new person online. Who is this guy? Kyrie. How are you doing? Oh, what's good, Mark?
What's up? What's up,
Thank you
fellas?
for joining the drink session. I got the Dark Casamigos today. What you got? What you got, Chet?
I got double fisted today.
Pause.
Little fireball.
All right, we
That
got
might do
we
some
got
good.
Honey Jack. What you got, Steele? You got that cup?
I'm just going a little light today. Just a little absolute. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Oh, just a little.
A little
okay.
absolute. You know what I'm saying? Just a
Okay.
little absolute.
I hope everybody else is drinking too. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's not too early for you guys. It's a Friday. A lot of things happened today. You know what I'm saying? There was a NBA draft last night. The baseball deadline was today for the trades. We got two big topics. But who is this guy over here? Who's this Kyrie guy? Kyrie, who are
Uh,
you? Introduce yourself, sir.
nah, man. My name is Kyrie Johnson. I'm here to talk basketball today, man. All from my perspective, you know what I'm saying, from a young guy. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can make you know what I'm saying, some reason with these guys here today. I know I'm talking to some guys who
Some
know what they're
old heads.
talking
Got some
about.
old heads out
No,
here.
I ain't gonna say old heads. I'm not gonna disrespect
Uh,
nobody, man. I'm open to all opinions and open to all discussions. So it should be good today.
all right, all right, all right. Oh, yes, Mark. We definitely gonna talk about your Jets too towards the end. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yo,
You know, because you
the
see
Jets is.
still here. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on, man. The Jets
Actually, you
is
know what? Let's get
official.
your Jets out the way.
Come,
Zach
come.
Wilson finally gets signed. Congratulations, the last rookie to get signed for some stupid reason. Still, take it
The,
away.
I'm only thing I'm upset with him about is the fact that he wasn't in the New York City area. He was over in LA. He should have been sitting here waiting for that contract to get signed. However, on the Jets part of it, it's no way on God's given earth that this should have took this long.
It should
This
not have
thing
taken
was
that long.
it's unacceptable. It's these contracts are like, they're like water under the bridge. They're the same stinking contracts. So why the Jets prolonged it and made us something out of nothing? I don't know. But watching them in the green and white practice, he looked pretty good to me. So like he
Of
didn't miss a
course, you're
beat.
gonna say that because you're a Jets fan.
No, he looked.
I
Listen,
mean,
you
you
gotta
got
watch.
nothing else to look forward to, bro. I'm just saying. You know,
Yo, yo, Mark,
we
thank you
can't
for
get
having my
this
back,
5 minutes back in our life right now that we just talked about the Jets. We
All I'm
can't
saying,
get that
listen,
5 minutes back.
all I'm saying is, if the Jets have a better record than the damn Giants this year, you're not gonna hit an end of it for me. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm
Would you
not gonna say
like
nothing else.
would you like to put an on-screen wager on that, sir?
Yes.
$20
Yes.
on the
You want
drink?
to count me in for that too?
Oh yeah, you can get some of this too. Yes.
I'm a
No
giant fan,
youngster,
baby.
no youngster, you get no bet, youngster.
Hold on, hold on.
You get no bet. You get
What teams do you like, Kyrie? Like, are you a fan of any team?
No, I'm not.
You're not.
what?
And,
You're
and
not.
in terms of basketball. Basketball, no, I'm not. Basketball, no. I am a Giants fan. I will say I'm a Giants fan when it comes to football because I am from New York. But in terms of basketball, which is a sport I
Jets are from
follow
New York.
most,
Your book.
they don't
It's
even wear
early,
New
right?
York colors,
It's
man. They don't
it's
wear New
early,
York
right, book?
colors at all.
What
They
fan
don't.
are you then at basketball?
Not.
Hold up. Turn the new guys'
Wait,
mic off,
don't you
man.
like the Yankees? But don't you like the Yankees though?
I like the Yankees. I used to follow them. I grew up watching the Yankees. So yeah, I would say I'm a little biased in terms of the Yankees, but I wouldn't call myself a Yankees fan. Never even been to a game, so I wouldn't call myself a Yankees
And
fan.
you've been to a Met game.
I've been to a game,
Hmm.
courtesy of you at True to New York
Hmm.
Sports, because I
Hmm.
went I went with the group. So you know what I'm saying, courtesy of True to New York Sports, I
I,
did
I don't even
attend
know.
a
I don't
Mets
even know if we
game.
could take this guy's perspective. Man.
Oh
Why is
man,
that? Why is that
oh
still?
man.
He's not
Why is that
loyal to
still?
anybody, bro.
In terms
You
of
have
basketball, I'm not loyal to anybody.
you
No, I'm
gotta
not.
be loyal to something. Man. You gotta
Not in
you gotta
basketball. Not
you
not
gotta
with
hold
basketball.
something close to the chest, man. You gotta say, you know
Now,
what,
why
this is my
why aren't you
team.
loyal to anything in basketball? Why?
Because
You're a LeBron fan? That's what it is. Like,
nah. I used to play basketball, so watching the NBA, it seems more entertainment than actual basketball. What I know as basketball, so I can be a fan of the sport and watch it and be entertained by it, but I'm not gonna be invested into a team because I see that it's a business. It is a business. So I'm not gonna get it. I'm not
Yo,
invested fully into
I
any
need some
NBA
sound
team.
effects. I need some sound effects. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, come on, man. Thank you
Hey,
very
listen,
much.
that's
man.
Look
all I
at
heard
this
just
guy.
now.
Look
That's
at
Hey,
all
this
I
listen,
guy.
heard.
man.
That's
Hey,
all I
listen.
heard,
Nah,
bro.
I'm not a fan of. Hey, listen. You're a Knicks fan, so you did a lot of crying too. You got for
Well,
all the
see,
Knicks
at
fans
least I
out
had a
there.
reason for crying. He's a Jet
Hey,
fan.
listen.
He has a
He's
reason
done a
for
lot.
crying.
He's done
He's
a
a
lot of
Jet
crying.
fan. Wait, hold on, let me point the correct. He's a Jet fan.
No, not me.
So
No, no,
he
no,
be
no.
crying. You know
Now
what
he
I'm saying?
said Chet said he's not a Jets fan. Chet said
I'm
he's
a
Oh, you're
not a
not a
Giants
Jets
fan.
Jets
fan.
True
fan?
and true.
Oh, you're a Giants fan. But you're an Islanders fan,
Yeah.
though. So
Let me tell you something. All I can say is I want my $20 in pennies, son. I only want
If
bills. I
I
want
got some.
$20 worth
well,
of
I'm poor, so
pennies.
I can't
It's
afford
simple
that.
as this.
I
Your
can't
team is
afford that.
already known. It's just end the season now, okay? For them, that's all.
All right, we'll see.
All right, let's get into our first topic of the day. Is Patrick Ewing a top player to never win a championship? Is Patrick Ewing a top 5 player to never win a championship in the NBA? What do you guys think
Yes.
about this?
Yes.
You think Patrick Ewing is in the top 5 guys in the NBA that has never won a ring? Explain yourself.
I'd have him fifth on my list.
You have him 5th. So who's the first 4?
The top 5 I would have would be Karl Malone and John Stockton, 1, 2.
Okay.
Okay. Then I would go Reggie Miller
Okay.
and Allen Iverson.
I'm a little different, but
Okay. What's your perspective, Steele?
I definitely think it's a top 5, and I'm a little biased because
Because
Patrick Ewing
you're a Ewing fan.
I'm a diehard Ewing fan, so
Okay.
he's probably number 1 on my list.
Okay.
If I was being biased, but unbiased, he's number 5. I'm going Charles Barkley.
Okay.
AI. I'm not. I can't say John Stockton and Karl Malone at the same time because for some reason I just feel like they're one person. So I'm just gonna go Malone, and I'm gonna go Ewing, and AI. Definitely.
I think you said AI already.
You did, yeah.
You
I
said
just
AI
said AI?
already.
Yeah.
Man, what you said you was drinking again? What was that?
That's
Absolute.
Man,
Absolute.
Look, he said
Absolute.
Ciroc.
He's
He
not.
don't even know what he's drinking.
No,
Right.
absolute. It's absolute.
He
But
don't know what he's drinking.
yeah. That's me right there.
Yeah.
But you gave us 4. I don't think you gave us 5. You gave us
No, he
Iverson
put
twice.
Ewing. I think he put Ewing in his top 5. So Ewing's the
Okay,
5th.
so do
You-
it again.
He
Ewing,
said Malone and Stockton were
Malone,
1.
Yes.
Barkley,
Yes. And AI.
Iverson.
Yeah.
That's 4. What's the 5th one?
Ewing,
And Ewing.
No, we said that. Ewing, Barkley,
Malone,
Malone, AI.
Iverson,
Who's the 5th one?
Oh, and Reggie. My bad. And
Reggie Miller.
Reggie.
Yeah.
So we got 2 Reggies in there.
Yes.
Okay. Kyrie.
So
Who's your 5?
my five is a little different. I don't have Patrick Ewing in my top 5. I have Allen Iverson, of course, Steve Nash, John Stockton, and Karl Malone, and Charles Barkley.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't
Yeah,
argue that
I
either.
see.
I also do not have Patrick Ewing in my top 5, even though I am a Ewing fan and a huge Knick fan. But I don't have him in my top 5. I also have Barkley. I have Malone. I have Iverson. I have Nash, and I have Westbrook.
What you talking about?
What?
We
Russell
talking
Westbrook.
active? If we talking active players,
Russell
then
Westbrook.
I said
Russell Westbrook.
players.
Yeah.
Yo, the man is triple double machine, bro. Stats
Hold
don't
on,
lie.
hold on,
He's
hold
an
on.
Heading
MVP.
machine
Was he an
for teams.
MVP? He's an MVP, right?
Hold on.
He's
Hold
an
on, bro.
MVP.
You starting off on the wrong foot right now.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
You starting
Listen
off
to my list. Listen to my list. Barkley, MVP.
Fine.
Malone,
Fine.
MVP. Iverson, MVP. Nash, MVP.
Right.
Westbrook, MVP.
Westbrook.
Ewing, never MVP. Never led the league in scoring.
Oh,
Never was
lovely.
defensive
One
player of
nothing
the
already,
year.
first pitch.
Never was anything but a great Nick. So how can he be in the top
How-
5 on that list?
Because one, we have to decide if we're just going with stats or we going with players, or we combining them. If you doing just a stat list,
listen to what you just said. Are we going with stats or the player? What does he look good? Like
no,
what do you mean?
I'm just talking about
of course it's the stats.
what he brought to the team.
But see, the
face
thing
of
is,
a-
what
and
he
he-
brought to the team, there's guys that bring a lot to a team, but that don't make them a top 5 player.
Yes, but Ewing's definitely a top. He's a top 50.
My thing is,
greatest.
my thing is though.
Westbrook, no.
Steve-
Westbrook brings headaches to organizations.
Yeah, thank you.
He did that in
Absolutely.
Oklahoma City. That's why Harden left and Durant left. Okay?
What's going
He's
on,
also
man?
now doing in Washington because he sat there and pissed off the front office, and Bill wasn't happy with him most of the time either. Now he's going to L.A. where he's playing with LeBron. You got two guys who do nothing but shoot the ball, and they're going to be Westbrook and Durant part 2 all over again.
Well, my thing on Westbrook
But is he
this.
better than Ewing?
No, he's
Yes.
No.
Yes.
not. No, he's not.
He's definitely better than
No,
Ewing.
he's not. No, he's not.
Because Steele made a good point. You made a good point, Steele. You said Patrick Ewing brings a lot to the team. He affects the game in many different ways. But so why doesn't he have an MVP?
He doesn't have.
If
an
he was
MVP
so
because
valuable to his team and it equated to success, how come he's not an
Turn
MVP?
your mic
How
up
come
a
he
little
never
bit
won
so
an
Steele
One
can
MVP?
hear you.
name. One
I don't
name,
think Steele
Kyrie.
can hear
Michael
you.
Jordan.
Thank
That's
you.
why he won MVP.
Thank you.
But-
Listen,
but other people want-
Ewing played in an era where there was a lot of great, not good, great players, and that's why Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. But that's just another topic.
Right.
He played in an era when it was great centers. There was
Yeah.
great powerful, not good guys that can score. I'm talking about guys that played every. We didn't have two-way players in the NBA.
So
when
Ewing
there
wasn't. So
was no
Ewing.
such thing as two-way player.
So you're in an era where he had all these people that were better than him, and he's
No,
in your
not
top
better
5.
than. No, he's not better than him.
Okay,
They're
so he's
all
not the
on-
MVP because they had a ton of great centers. That's what you said, right? A
Yeah,
ton of great
but
centers.
playing against
Olajuwon,
Hakeem Olajuwon, David
right?
Robinson,
You got David
Robert
Robinson.
Parrish.
You got all those. Well, I don't think Robert Parrish is better than you.
No, Robert.
Still, he was a
I don't think
quality
Robert-
center at
He was
that
a
time.
quality center, but he's not
Quality.
better than Ewing. He's
He
not
played
better
against
than Ewing.
Alonzo Mourning too.
He's
Alonzo
not better
Mourning-
than Ewing. Alonzo Mourning, I don't think he's better than Ewing.
Yo, listen. Shaq even
But-
said Patrick Ewing was the greatest center he played against. Shaq said that.
You listening to Shaq, who just
Shaq-
gave his
Shaq was-
Superman to Giannis.
Shaq was all power and he just was better, bigger, and stronger than all the other guys he played against. I don't think it was.
But yeah,
D
the best
Dot,
center
what up,
I
my
ever
brother?
seen play, okay, was Hakeem Olajuwon. By far.
By far the best center I ever seen was definitely Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Best
but-
center ever played the game.
But
of
what
basketball.
I'm trying to say is, right, the question is Patrick Ewing in the top 5 to never win a championship.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
There's all these players that are great. He doesn't even have an MVP, bro.
Yo, we throwing the word MVP out there like
Because
first
what's
of all-
MVP mean?
First of all, listen.
What's MVP
First of
mean?
all,
Doesn't
If
mean
you,
you win a
if you're not,
championship,
if
you're
you
an
was
MVP.
never a
That's
most
one-
valuable
that's-
player, then how can you be involved in a top 5
because
anything?
that's one player out of every season. The probability of him getting it is slim.
But he
Like,
was always the
he
best
did-
player on his team.
He was always the best player on his team.
And he couldn't
always-
have gotten any better than he was.
No, he could. Know what? Only thing that killed Patrick Ewing was his knees. Remember,
Well,
Patrick Ewing's
if
knees
you
was
wanna-
bad.
You want to
from college.
use if you want to use injuries,
But it
there's a
didn't
lot
affect
of
him.
players that you can use under that excuse, bro.
No,
That's
no,
an
but
excuse.
it's not. It's not.
It's
an excuse.
what is. It's what is. What
It's not an
happened?
excuse.
What
It's
happened?
not. What I'm saying about when it comes to Patrick Ewing, was he better than a lot of players in the league? Yes. Was he the best player in the league? By far, no.
Top
was not.
5. Top 5.
So
Top 5 not to win a chip? Absolutely.
question.
To me,
you-
I would take.
Elgin Baylor didn't win a chip. He's better than Patrick Ewing.
Turn your mic off, man.
Let me ask you a question. How many championships appearances did Westbrook make so far?
What do you
Zippo.
mean?
How much is he going to make with LA? Zippo.
He's
Hey,
MVP,
he's
right?
the
He leads the NBA in triple double, right? Like like ever, right? The most
He's
ever,
all
the
time,
all-time
all
leader
time.
of that.
ever,
You
ever,
don't get to a
right?
championship.
What does
You're not,
Ewing
you're
have
not
the most
considered
ever
one of the greatest
in
players.
basketball? What does Ewing have the most ever in basketball? Nothing, right?
Listen, when it
What
comes,
was he the number one in basketball? Nothing.
nothing.
So
I'm gonna put you
I'm
this way.
still trying to understand how
I'm
this is a thing.
gonna put you this way. When you have a conversation with anybody, when it talks about Patrick Ewing, the only thing they really say about him is the fact that he never won the big one, right? But they all talk about how good he was and what have you. When you have a conversation about Russell Westbrook, it's so much negativity in that conversation.
Do you know
Ball
the same
hog.
negative?
Hold on.
The
Ball
same
hog.
that same negativity was
Bad
being said
shot.
about Ewing when Ewing was playing.
No.
Yes. Every
Patrick
team.
Ewing carried an organization
Patrick
for 15
Ewing
years.
didn't allow nobody else to be the number one guy but him.
And
Because
Westbrook does the same
He
way.
was a ball hog.
No, he was.
He was
You
a ball hog.
you
I
can't-
said
and
this
that-
I said this in a previous show when Don Nelson tried to be the coach and let Anthony Mason be the point forward. He said, "Nah, I'm not getting the ball enough." If that's not being a Russell Westbrook type of guy, then what is, though?
No,
You got the man
because
fired because
as
he
a
tried to change
center-
it up. He wanted him to win.
as a center in the 90s, you had to wait for somebody to give you the ball. So he can't be a ball hog. He couldn't be. He had to wait for somebody to give him the
25
ball
shots a game when the next person probably shot like 10.
because he was the best player on the team.
Ball hog.
Oh, come
No, he
on,
wasn't.
man.
You
Come
could be a
on.
ball hog. You could be a ball hog if you demand in the basketball. If you're that influential, you coming down, you posting up, and you let guys know that, hey, if I don't get the ball, then you're gonna get, you know what I'm saying, get benched or fired. You know what I'm saying?
Westbrook's a ball hog, but he got like, doesn't he like lead in assists a lot of times? Like double, well, obviously double digits.
Always the
because
team.
he
Always leads the
triple-double.
team in
So
assists.
obviously he's passing the basketball. So how can that be a ball hog if you're passing the basketball?
What MVP solid player has played on 4 teams in 4 years?
He played on
He's
a
at-
lot of bad teams.
He's at the end of his career, though, bro.
Come on.
He played
Come
on
on. Now
a-
we say
He played
now
at
we
the end of his
say
career, though,
Harden
bro.
and Durant were in Oklahoma City and they did nothing.
Okay.
They were all young.
Okay, you want
They
me
were
to
all
answer that
young.
question? Want me to answer that question? I have an answer for it. Shaquille O'Neal.
what about him?
You asked me what MVP player has went on 4 different teams in 4 years. Shaquille O'Neal.
At the end of his career.
End of his career.
Well,
And-
This is Westbrook in his
how
prime.
long do you, Westbrook is not in his prime, man. He's in
Come-
his mid-30s. He's in his mid-30s, bro.
Nah,
He's
he's
not in
like
his prime.
31. He's 31.
He's
Yeah.
30.
He's
Okay,
prime.
early 30s, but he's not. Do you see Russell Westbrook playing until he's 38 years old?
Oh, time out. Let's rewind.
Do you see that?
Let's rewind. All right. Let's talk about who Russell had on his team. All right.
Okay.
First, he started off with the man that is borderline the best player in the league right now, which is Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Belly.
And we
flop.
we see his character. We already know
All
his
right.
character. The
But
guy has
not-
no killer instinct.
No, just forget about character. He left Westbrook and got a chip, right?
Yeah, he went to a team that was already the best team in basketball.
I don't care. He got
Nah,
himself
that-
a chip.
but-
Oh, wow.
Come on, man. Come
Wow.
on.
That's
That's
how you
boy.
going. That's
Yeah,
the road you taking.
No,
So-
that was
Hold
a
on.
bad take. That was a bad
You
take.
make a good point. The same year he went and won a championship,
I
Russell
muted him, so he
Westbrook was
can't talk right
MVP.
All I'm gonna say is
He's back.
Russell Westbrook played with some outstanding. He played with Durant, right?
Okay.
He left
He
Durant.
played with Durant and Harden when they weren't Durant and Harden yet.
And
Oh, stop it. Stop
Russell Westbrook does have a finals appearance.
I thought so.
Okay.
I
He
thought
does have
so.
a finals appearance.
I
They
thought
lost
so.
to Miami. They lost to Miami, and I
I
believe
thought so.
2014.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Can we get a timeout right quick? Lou just said DeGrom is out for the year.
Listen,
Where did he get that from?
I don't know.
Yo, listen, we on mute.
Chet, look it up, man, because
Yeah.
this guy Lou
What am I looking?
said DeGrom is out for the year.
Who's what?
Lou said DeGrom is out for the year.
No, he's out for 2. They're shutting him down for 2 weeks.
So
right
what's he
now.
what's he talking? Yo,
2 weeks.
yo,
See,
Yo,
guys,
delete-
this is why Lou is fine. This is why Lou is not on the show today
Come
because he
on,
goes and say
man.
stupid stuff like that. Let me hold on.
No, he's not out for the year. They
Hold on,
shut
let
him
me
down for 2
Let me
weeks.
stop.
That's
Let me
all.
stop this. Let me stop this real quick.
Yo, delete him off the page, man.
Listen,
He
listen.
stopped the conversation. I looked down. I was like, "What in the hell?"
Listen.
But anyway.
Listen.
Oh.
The shout out to Lou. You know what I'm saying? he's notorious for mispronouncing names. He's notorious for messing things up on the show, right? So
Yes.
Kendrick Perkins did an excellent impression of Lou DiMartino
Oh,
yesterday at the draft. Let's take a look at
yes,
that.
yes.
Let's take a look
Shout
at that
out
real
to my
quick.
man Lou.
Without the ball. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, two of the best to ever do it. When you look at Moses Moody, when he did what he did.
Bro, if
That's
not
true.
Lou, if that's not Lou, I don't know what is,
Yo,
man.
That's true.
shout
If
out to
that's
Elmer
not
Fudd.
Lou, what is? That's
Yo.
Lou right
Wow,
there.
Lou.
That's
Wow,
I'm
Lou.
surprised they didn't make that viral yet.
Yo,
To
shout
put
out
Lou's
to my
face
man
on it.
Lou, aka Elmer Fudd. Yo, what up, Lou?
AKA Mr. Popcorn.
AKA turn his mic off. I mean, but getting back to Russell, that guy has played with what NBA players now call all-star great
Yes, sir, Dennis.
players, and
Yeah,
has done nothing with them.
How they made a final? He made a finals appearance. This is early in his career,
Right.
mind you. This is
Okay.
early in his career. He makes a
Mhm.
finals appearance with Kevin Durant, fresh
Okay.
off of MVP. Kevin Durant.
Okay.
They make it to the finals. They lose to LeBron in Miami. You see what
Okay.
I'm saying? And then after that, like you said, Kevin Durant departs. After they blew a 3-1 lead, Kevin Durant goes to the team that they lost the 3-1 lead to. You see what I'm saying? The team that still won 73 games. You feel what I'm saying? Fresh off of 73 games, they go to Kevin Durant goes there.
I'll
So
sit
it's
to
like, you know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Durant,
Okay.
and
So
then
Kevin Durant.
you leave
I'm
Russell
sorry.
Westbrook in OKC by himself. You feel what I'm saying? And he makes something happen with nothing. He wins an MVP. He gets the team to the playoffs. They were an 8th seed, but if you look at the talent on that roster, they didn't have anybody. You see
You know
what I'm
what?
saying?
First of all,
He
how am I going to take you serious when you put Reggie Miller on top of Ewing? Like Reggie Miller wasn't even better than Ewing, and you put Ewing fifth. Both of you guys, Chet, don't act like your mic is muted because your mic is
Nah,
not
Miller
muted.
was
Huh?
Your
Huh?
mic
Reggie
is
Miller
not
was the
muted,
most
bro.
purest
Y'all
shooters
put
in that
Patrick
time
Ewing
frame.
as a 5,
Purest.
and you put Reggie Miller above that. So that's how I'm questioning you guys' list right now. Like, did you guys even study for this, or did
Yes, they
you
did.
just take names
Reggie
and throw
Miller
it
was
against
the
the wall?
purest shooter during the
That's
Ewing
it.
era.
That's it. He didn't rebound. He didn't steal. He didn't pass. He didn't do nothing else but shoot and talk trash. And you got him better than Ewing?
Yeah,
You was a
and he was a
double
better
double
player than
guy.
Ewing.
You was a
I-
double guy. So at least if you're gonna if I'm gonna respect your list, how you gonna have Reggie Miller on top of Ewing?
yeah.
How? Where's
listen,
the
I'm not
numbers
gonna.
wise, type of player, nothing. Nothing solidifies that argument.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with you. That is a hole in my list. I'll agree with you on that.
Nothing solidifies that argument. I'm
I
like,
agree with you. But however, that still doesn't put Westbrook on the list because to me,
Yeah.
Westbrook is the type of player that I won't use the word cancer because I hate when people use that. He's the type of player that doesn't bring the thing that you're missing out of a team. He brings the energy. He's a guy that never wants to sit out. He's a guy, honestly, I would want on my team. But he's not the guy that's going to take you to the promised land. He's
and
not
Ewing
that guy.
did. And Ewing
No,
is.
Ewing's not. He did,
So
that's history.
So again,
That's
can
what
you
we're
explain
talking
to
about.
me how Ewing belongs there over the Westbrook thing? You're just proving
The
my
only
point right now.
I think the only valid the valid part about his argument is that Ewing just stayed loyal to one team. That's it. I
But-
mean that's
but-
the only thing that distinguishes the two. That Ewing stayed loyal to one cause, but
I mean,
Russell
Ewing
Westbrook
got
got
traded.
traded.
Ewing got traded, and then he signed with Orlando after he got traded to the.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that was
Sorry.
towards the end.
Ewing,
That's towards
Ewing
the end
had
of his
very little talent and carried him for 15 years.
15
Westbrook's had guys that are going into the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Chen.
Again,
Throw them out of there.
they weren't Hall of Famers at the time he was on their team.
So hold on. So when
Except for Bradley Beal. Bradley Bill's amazing, but it was just him and Bradley Beal on that team.
hold on, so
And they
what about,
and they won 18
what about
games.
Paul George? What about Paul George?
Paul George
Come
going
on
to the
now.
Hall of Fame. Paul George never scored 50 points in a game.
Paul,
He never even scored 50 points in a game. He's going to the Hall of Fame off of what?
50
I'm looking
points,
at you right now because you messed it up.
No, I'm talking
You messed it
about
up. Where Lou at?
Paul,
Because this
Paul
is crazy.
George was an
Paul
all-star
George?
player.
Pandemic P?
He's not a Hall of
Pandemic
Famer.
P?
He's not
This
a
is
Hall
what
of
you're using
Famer.
as your argument?
I'm not
Pandemic
saying
P?
I'm not saying he's a Hall of Fame. I mean, I'm not saying he's like I'm putting him in the Hall of Fame right now, but I'm saying he played with a all-star player.
Ewing played with all-star players.
Woo!
Yeah.
Larry Johnson,
Larry Johnson was over. Come on, stop
Allen
it. Stop
Houston.
it. Stop it.
Uh,
Stop. Hold on.
These are guys that went to the
Hold on.
All-Star multiple times.
Hold
Like,
on,
what are you
hold on.
talking about?
Larry Johnson. We got Larry Johnson after the back injury. Larry
And-
Johnson was still a decent
He
player.
got Paul
And
George
wasn't-
after the leg
He was
injury.
not. He was
Right
Paul
after
George
his
was
injury,
better.
right?
After the leg injury,
First
and
of all-
he had Harden and Durant when they were still developing their game. Harden was coming off the bench, and you talking about the
listen,
Hall of Fame guy.
That's why Harden left, because he was like, I'm not a bench player.
Well, he wasn't what he is now.
They didn't
No,
match
he
the
wasn't-
office.
He wasn't
They
triple
didn't match
double
the
guy because he developed himself in Houston because he wasn't a triple double guy when he first got there.
Yeah.
You-
Houston
listen,
overpaid for him. Houston
I'm
overpaid.
going to the timeout because you just made me mad.
Here's the thing: when Ewing first played, when they were good in the early 90s,
I removed him.
they
He
had
didn't leave.
they had
I
all
removed
stars.
him.
But you had guys like John Starks, who killed the Knicks from losing the '94 finals to Houston. Okay,
Yeah,
they
I
should have won that
removed him.
finals against them. They should have. The one against San Antonio, they were way overmatched. Way overmatched.
Whoa. I'm glad you brought that up. Let's rewind. Let's rewind a little bit. Let's bring it back. You said what now about the John Starks thing? Please enlighten me. Say that
With
again.
Ewing,
Yeah. Talk to me.
they should have won the championship in the year they lost to Houston.
But
Because
what
John Starks decided to shoot let me two for $5 million from 3-point range in Game 7.
So who fault was that?
That was coaching and John
That's the
Starks.
coaches and Starks.
So
Definitely
Starks,
coaching.
first of all, we're going to get into that because he's going to be part of our next topic. But we're going to get into. I'm not going to relay into that yet because I have an argument towards that. But Ewing is supposed to be top 5, right? Who ever won a championship? So if Mr. Top 5 can't tell John Starks to stop shooting, let me get the ball.
He did.
To win a championship.
Starks just kept on shooting.
So then, how you top 5? You can't control your own team.
Okay,
That's
You
coaching.
can't control your team. And now you talk about San Antonio, right? I'm sorry, Steele. I'm gonna let you talk.
Okay.
Well, San Antonio,
And you want to bring up San Antonio, right? Marcus Camby brought that team to the championship.
He
Okay,
absolutely did.
Patrick Ewing had
Was hurt.
an injury,
Yeah.
so we needed Patrick Ewing for the finals because they had Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
It
We
still wouldn't
needed
matter.
Patrick Ewing. Okay, so please don't bring nothing you're saying is giving props to Patrick Ewing right now. I'm just waiting for that argument. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody in the chat can help them out. Please. Go ahead, Steele. Yeah.
All right, this is my thing about your argument when it comes
Facts,
to John Starks and Patrick Ewing. We're talking about an era where the guards control the league. All right.
Kyrie didn't even want to hear you. He just left.
So
Yeah.
to my
He even say
point,
bye.
he had to go to the bathroom. Potty time. You know, when you're a certain age, you gotta go potty.
They're killing you, bro.
But the thing with John Starks and Patrick Ewing, it was times that John Starks was coming down court and Ted, you can vouch for me, he was chucking up terrible shots. It wasn't even shots in the flow of the offense.
All right.
He was just taking shots like he was trying to be somebody he wasn't. And it killed the game. It killed the team. It killed the game.
Mhm.
And John Starks was finished after that. But I digress.
All right. So since you guys want to continue talking about my guy, we're gonna go into the next topic here.
Oh.
Start, bench, and cut. All right. You guys didn't agree with me with my pick. Apparently, I had the controversial pick because all you guys believed that Reggie Miller was the man. So let's see if we can arrive to some type of agreement here. Who would you cut? Who would you start? And who would you bench? Steele, lead us off.
All right, this was super hard for me.
Pause.
Oh, this is
Oh,
super
woo.
easy for me still. If you want to think, I'll go first.
Well, I'll drink for that.
If you need to think about it.
I don't need to think about it.
These three guys are super hard for him.
Well, this is easy for me. You start Allen Houston, you sit Treewell, and you cut Starks.
Oh, now see, I disagree.
You said start Houston,
Start Houston,
sit Sprewell, and what?
sit Treewell, and cut Starks.
And cut Starks.
I disagree with that. Mine's is start.
Hold on,
Sprewell.
before you start, he needs to be on timeout for a second. He needs to be on timeout. All right, go ahead, Steele.
I'm definitely starting Latrell. Okay? I'm putting Houston on my bench, and this was my 50-50, but I'm putting Houston on the bench, and John has to go.
You know who has to go? You got to go. Let's go, Kyrie.
I'm a
Say
I'm a
something nice.
I'm a star Houston.
Okay.
Bench Starks and I cut Sprewell.
You know what? I have the same exact list as this guy right here. He's the only
You know
one that
what?
stays.
You know what?
He's the only one that stays.
Great minds
He's
think
the only one that
alike.
stays.
Great
We just
minds
go
think.
us two. I think us two is just going to do the show together because
great
apparently the other
great
two
minds think
guys
alike,
they're
man.
not prepared. They didn't want to do the show. Apparently, they wanted to go out and hang out. This wasn't what they wanted to do tonight.
Okay.
I
Well,
wanna hear-
since you want to cut my mic off, right? You're keeping John Starks,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
come off the bench.
I'm not gonna curse. Just for duty and giggles. Why?
Why am I gonna keep Starks?
Yeah, any one of
Yeah.
y'all. I don't care.
I want to hear this.
Why?
Go ahead, Kyrie.
Hey, listen, man. He brings a lot to the game, man. He plays with heart. That's something that you can't emulate. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
And
energy.
and Sprewell does it.
And Houston
I'm not saying
does it?
Sprewell doesn't, but when you think of Knicks that bring heart, especially in that era, you think John Starks. No matter, forget the
Oh,
negate the
please.
forget
Can I
the bad.
Can I
Please.
capitalize on what he's saying?
Come
Can I
on,
capitalize
man.
on what he's
Go
saying?
ahead.
Can I capitalize on what he's saying?
Go
This is
ahead.
a guy who was in Turkey. He was in the CBA. He was packing groceries, and then he still grinded his way to a New York Knicks uniform. He was the epitome of Nick Hart. When you hear the dunk, what do you think of? John Starks dunking over Jordan and Horace Grant, and what else? You want to trash him for Game 7 for Houston, but
Oh,
what
I can
about
trash
Game
you for
6?
more than
What
that.
about Game 6? He carried the team Game 6. Okay, what
It was so
What-
easy to get into his head.
what team did Sprewell carry?
First of all, let me
Nothing.
correct. Let me help you. Let me
Okay?
help you.
This
Well, then,
man
hold on,
left
hold
the
on,
Knicks
hold on,
because he
hold
wanted
on.
to feed his children, he said. He wasn't getting enough money to feed his kids. That's what the man said. Same guy who choked Carlissimo.
Yeah, he should have choked the Knicks
He needs to
ownership
choke himself.
too, on his way out. Let me tell you something.
Cut.
When the Knicks went to the final, they didn't even have a point guard. It was the Latrell Sprewell and Allen Houston running the point. Neither one of them stop. You had your chance.
So you're going to disrespect who was the point guard?
You had. Who cares who the point guard was? You had your chance.
Your
That team
point guard
right
was
there-
a quarterback, for Christ's sakes, at FSU.
So you're gonna diss Charlie Ward and Chris
Absolutely.
Paul.
Charlie Ward, he was pushed to the side. Latrell Sprewell was bringing the ball up. He was playing point
on a
for the
fast
Knicks.
break.
No, go back to the video.
He
tapes,
was clanking like crazy, bro. He's a streaky. They called him a streaky scorer for a reason because
He
he would go
was.
long stretches of not scoring and then some stretches of scoring. How you gonna?
And so was John Starks. Know what? Know the
No.
difference between John Starks and Latrell Sprewell?
What?
When we needed Latrell Sprewell, he showed up
Win.
in the finals. He showed up. They
We
just
won.
got
We
outplayed.
won. We won one game, bro.
They got listen.
We
they
won
got
one
out-
game in the
Yeah,
finals.
they-
When
they
did he
got-
show up?
They got outplayed by a better team, but he played his
He won
behind
one
off.
game.
John Starks disappeared. That's what you know. What you know? What happened to John
How
Starks?
about games he got
What did he
kicked
do
out of
game
during the
6?
playoffs?
What did he do game
Numerous
6?
times.
He carried the team.
Who you talking about, Chet?
Starks.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Starks what?
Throw that against with Reggie Miller a couple times. Throw that against Jordan a couple times. He got
Because he was
thrown
the
in
only
three
one.
against
He was the only
Boston.
one. He was the
Talk to
only
him.
one not scared of them dudes, face to face.
So
Yeah,
so
nice hit,
Miller
nice
was.
hit, but to
Hold
Reggie
on,
Miller
no
to start
flop.
with.
Hold on.
Miller was in
So-
his head.
getting kicked out the game while Reggie's still in the game. Oh, he really won that battle.
You got a guy who choked his coach and was banned for a year and a half.
Yeah, his
Come
coach
on.
his
Come
coach
on.
deserved to be choked.
Come on.
He deserved to get
Come on.
choked.
You
The
what
one
are
that
you
Starks
saying
got
right
kicked out
now?
of Indiana,
What are you
you wanted to
saying
put
right
him
now?
20 feet under the ground. If his mother didn't sit there and say, please don't touch my son.
John Starks showed more heart than Allen Houston, and I'm keeping Allen Houston.
Oh,
But
please.
he showed
Allen
more
Houston's
heart
the
than
hardest
Allen
goal
Houston.
that
Allen
during
Houston
that
had the
run.
ability to take it to the basket, but he wanted to shoot jump shots all day, You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Listen, I'm a Knicks fan, so it's hard for me to bash any of these three guys because they did a lot of work for the Knicks. But however,
Starks did it longer.
John Starks to me is a folding chair.
He's a
He
Knick.
folded up. He folded up when we needed him. And
One
numerous
game.
times.
One
Yeah.
game.
Numerous times.
No.
Numerous times.
What
man.
I'm saying
sorry.
is, it was only one game that he took us out, which happens to be Game 7. Yeah, but like I said, we wouldn't even been at Game 7 if it wasn't for him. Game 6.
Yo, let me tell you something.
And
John Starks to me,
Ewing?
John Starks to me was the originator of the bad shot, good shot guy. Yo, for some reason, he took so many bad shots. When he started making shots, people forgot about all the bad shots he took. But that was John
Sprewell
Starks.
didn't do that.
Sprewell had an ability like no other player. The man only had a right hand. He hardly ever went to the left. And he had the ability to get to when his jump shot was not falling, Sprewell went to the rack. John Starks just kept shooting. Okay? And it was hard to look at. Come on, bro. Come on.
Hold on.
Come on.
We're gonna go, we're not gonna talk about feeling here. We're just gonna go straight to stats because that's what I like to do. I like to talk facts. I don't like to talk opinions.
You can talk.
I like to talk facts here.
All right, go to your stat machine.
I like to talk facts here.
Go to your stat machine. It means nothing to me.
Let's look at this.
Machine.
Let's look at this right here. Let's look at this. Go ahead.
What are we seeing
here? What are we seeing here?
You tell me.
I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. here.
You tell me.
They both played 13 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Starks played in more playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's no fault of Latrell because the only time he was really in the playoffs was
when he got to the Knicks. I mean, he played on Golden State for Christ's sake.
Knicks saved him. Then he went to Milwaukee after that, right?
That was
and the Timberwolves.
Mistake.
And he went to the Timberwolves.
He went to Timberwolves first. That was a mistake he made.
Right.
That was the biggest mistake Latrell.
He had to feed his kids. Remember? He had to feed his kids. He wasn't getting paid enough.
You know what Latrell Sprewell did? He thought he was bigger than what he was, and it blew up in his face. But continue.
Here we go.
And the worst part is, when Sprewell was in Golden State, he wasn't even their best player at the time.
Nope.
They still had a guy called Chris Mullin playing for them.
Yeah, but he was on his way out. The best player on that team, because he wasn't part of Run TMC. He was part of when they had Jameson. Was it Jameson? And Joe Smith. Joe Smith was on that team, right? I turned down $80 million.
Yeah, it was a mediocre team at best.
Yeah, like it wasn't that good, that team. And
listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Book.
I'm just looking at stats here. That's all I'm doing. Haven't seen it. I'm just looking at it.
I'm going against my own grain here. If you going straight stats, all right?
Sprewell has better stats
than Starks.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes.
If you're going straight stats, I don't even see how you can put it next to John Starks. Like Sprewell was a better at the time player. Starks was a glue guy.
He was a Nick.
Yeah, he was a Nick.
Sprewell, I don't consider a Nick. Even
the
though
heart of the team, the Draymond.
But Starks is a Nick.
The Draymond Green, the heart of the team.
Turn his mic off. Talking about Draymond Green. Turn that guy's mic off.
The heart
I'm
of
not
the
going to
team.
turn his mic off. I'm going to just take him out.
Draymond Green. Are we kidding?
Okay, Kyrie, we're having a real conversation.
The heart of the team, man.
Don't you bring Draymond Green in no conversation.
The heart of the team, man.
You know what Draymond Green is? Draymond Green is the song you play at the end of the night when everybody's going home. He's that guy. He's the song you don't care about. Draymond Green is nobody. Let's talk about some players that are real players.
You see, that's the crazy part about it is you take him off that team and a lot of stuff that happens don't happen because he's selfless. He sets the off-ball screens.
So it looks like in the playoffs, Starks was a better player in the playoffs. It looks like
he was. All right, but are you saying Draymond Green is a glue guy?
No, yeah, he's a glue guy for that team.
You can take any random player from the NBA, any power forward, and put it in Draymond Green's spot, and they would have shot.
Nah, not on that team, man. Not on that team.
You're telling me on a team with sorry to change over, Boog,
No,
but
no.
I got to check the youngster for a second.
Do
On a
what you gotta
team,
do, man. You do
on
what
a
you gotta
team
do.
with Klay Thompson.
He's the
I'm just
glue.
drink.
I'm not saying he's the best
No.
player. I'm saying he's the
No,
glue.
I'm not saying best player. On a team with Klay Thompson, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Steph Curry.
Yes.
You're saying Draymond Green is the
So
glue guy?
Yeah,
So can I
I
ask you a
just say
question?
yes.
Let me. Yes. So can I educate you now, right? So
Okay,
Steph
I'm
Curry,
listening.
Talk it.
Steph Curry's the point guard, right? On the point guard's job in a normal offense is to facilitate the offense, to spread the ball around, and to get the ball to guys in their spots. Draymond Green is a power forward who does that, who has great court vision, who defends positions 1 through 5. He's guarding centers. He can switch out on screens. He's a big part of what they do. He's their glue. I'm not saying he's the best
Listen,
player,
let me tell
but
you something.
without him, the
When we
offense
talk,
doesn't look like that.
when we talk about glue guy, excuse me, we're talking about Dennis Rodman. That's a glue guy.
They do
We
the
talking about-
little things. Yeah.
no, that's a glue guy.
Uh-huh.
Draymond Green is a player that happened to be in the right place at the right time. Because you know what? He was nothing when Klay
He's
got
singing
hurt.
now. He
If
was
he's a
singing.
glue,
Singing.
if
He's
he
singing
was a glue guy,
Yeah,
if
now
he was a glue
he's
guy,
what do you call it?
Yo, know why? Because Draymond Green makes me angry
what's her
because
name?
he made it to an all-star team that he shouldn't have made it to. He is like super overrated. He is nothing.
Hey.
What Charles Barkley call him? The triple single guy. He's the master of the triple single.
I agree with
not
you.
it.
I agree with you on what you're saying in terms of that he is off that team. He's nobody. If you take away their star players, he's nobody.
the fifth option on an offense.
But when
Yes.
that offense is well rounded, when that team is at its full capabilities, Draymond Green is the reason why they go. He's the engine. He's the heart of the team. Who else is doing that? Who's yelling? Who's yelling at the players? Who's calling?
Kyrie, he's your elder. Don't be spanking him like that.
Yo, let me tell you something. You can take Anthony Wiggins and put in Draymond's spot on that team.
No, you can't. Andrew Wiggins is on the team. Andrew Wiggins is on the team.
No way.
Hold on, time out.
He did a loop. He pulled the
Time
loop.
out.
Anthony Wiggins.
Time out.
Andrew Wiggins.
Time out.
The absolute is the
What is this man
drinking?
drinking? He just brought up Andrew Wiggins in an argument?
Hey, listen, man.
All I'm saying is,
yo, pass me that
Draymond,
drink, man.
all I'm saying is Draymond Green is
overrated.
overrated.
Let me get to where he at. Man.
Draymond Green is overrated.
He's
bro.
pass that drink.
He's overrated
pass
in
that
the sense that
he's
overrated in the sense that he's not as good if you put him. He doesn't emulate the same success if you put him somewhere else. But on that team, he's the guy.
Yo, let me tell you something. I respect a guy that continues to do his job, whether or not the team around him is doing. Like my man Ben Wallace, when he's on Detroit, no matter what was going on around him, he did his job. Okay? You talk about Dennis Rodman, no matter what's going around him, he did his job. We talk about my man Bowen when he was on the Spurs. He did his job. Like those is glue guys to me.
Whoa. Did you just call Dennis Rodman a glue guy?
Absolutely.
Dennis Rodman's a Hall of Famer. He's not a glue guy.
No, but
How
on
about
the
Robert
teams,
Ory?
That's a Hall of Famer.
How about Robert Ory for all those teams he was on?
Yo, Buck, hold on. I'm talking about on teams that had all-star players.
He's not a glue guy. He's an all-star player in his own right.
And listen, in his own right,
he's not a glue guy.
Yes, he is.
He's against the glue because that dude does whatever he wants. He ain't no glue guy.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman.
How about Robert Ory?
Robert Ory is a glue guy.
Robert Ory is a clutch shooter.
He's not a glue guy because he doesn't
shooter.
start. How are you a glue guy if you don't start? Like he didn't start on a lot of those teams. He came and hit big shots.
So you're telling me that you have to start to be a glue guy?
Yeah.
Hey, you make the offense work. Who's finishing games? Robert Ory is hitting shots, but he's not playing. He's offense defense sub.
Robert Ory doesn't facilitate. He doesn't anchor a defense.
You know what?
All he does is he stands there. He waits for the pass to shoot the open.
Listen,
clutch shot.
What'd you say? Say the word again. Clutch.
Yeah, he's the clutch shooter. Yes.
All right. So take out the word glue guy and put in the word clutch. I agree with you. All right, I'll take that.
Okay,
those are two different things.
Two different animals.
You know what? I'll salute you on that. You're absolutely right.
Next
I
subject.
appreciate that.
Well, so I guess 2 people voted for Starks to go, and 2 people voted for Starks to stay. Am I correct? Is
Yeah.
that how it goes? Is that how the voting goes? So
But
we got 2. How many people got the start? So
I cut Starks.
one has
I cut
wait,
Starks too. It's 2 and 2.
start. I said start.
Oh,
None.
I said start, not cut.
I
Start.
started Houston.
Right. You started Houston. Steele started Spreewell,
yes, sir.
and
I started Houston.
and I also started Houston. So that's
And
3
and,
Houston.
and guess what? I can flip that in a second. So if y'all saying starting Houston, I have no argument with that.
Well, we already said that.
Oh,
And then Spreewell is where Spreewell and Starks is really where the argument arrives in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's where the
Absolutely.
argument arrives.
There's nobody
in.
in their right mind's cutting Houston, period.
No, you're not going to cut Houston because he was a pure shooter. Pure shooter.
Yeah.
20
You know what I'm
points.
saying?
You're
Listen.
averaging 20 points in the playoffs when your teams were scoring 75 a night.
He had the famous game winner, bounced all over the rim to
Yep.
defeat the Heat. We was the 8th seed. They was the 1 seed to take
Yep.
us to the next round for us to go to the championship.
Yo, if his knees didn't give out, would we have this conversation right now?
All I
Probably
know
not.
is Spreewell didn't have a game winner or nothing like that. But this is the guy that you want to hang your life on.
Hold on. Has Starks had a game winner?
Yes, he carried them game 6 against
No.
Houston. I tried to tell you that. I said
Game
6
winner. He played a
Game
good
winner.
Game winner.
Game everything. And he
No,
took
no,
the
no,
team
no, no,
on
no,
his
no, no.
back.
No,
When
no, no.
did Spreewell do that?
Turn your mic off.
Where's Spreewell? You know what?
Game
I'm out of here.
winner.
He said,
Game winner.
He
Game
said,
winner.
I'm out of
Okay,
here.
well, that's right.
Okay. He did not. Starks has never had a game.
He was game losers,
winner.
is what he was.
He say it again. I will respect my elders running. Tell him again, Chuck. Tell him.
Game losers.
Thank
That's
you,
what he
buddy.
was.
We lost more
The
games.
stream is
on
still
the
on?
back.
I thought everybody left.
We lost more games on the
All
back.
right, so
of
we all
Starks than
decided
we
it's going to be Houston, Spreewell, and Starks, it sounds like.
Yes, pretty much.
All right. Enough of this. Let's talk about what really happened these last 2 days, man. We had the NBA draft yesterday, and we had the trade deadline for baseball today. Right?
Absolutely.
Now, as far as the NBA draft is concerned, it kind of went with most of how the mock drafts went. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the what's his name?
Suggs.
Suggs, right? He's the
Right.
only one who was the surprise one. Now, me as a Knicks fan, because this is True New York Sports. We can talk about anything as far as the draft is concerned, but as far as True New York Sports is concerned, as a Knicks fan, I stayed up to watch the draft for the Knicks 2 picks, in the first round, and they traded them 2. Now, like I said, theoretically, after I woke up the next day, because I definitely went to sleep after that second one that they traded, but after I realized, they still got the 2 guys they really wanted, and then they ended up flipping that to make more future picks. All right, but I don't even really know these guys. Like, do any of you guys know these guys that they drafted? I know they say Grimes is a 3-and-D guy, and this Miles McBride, and the Sims dude. That's the dude who went viral, hitting his head on the rim. But that's about all I know about these guys. Do anybody know about these guys? I mean, can we trust Leon Rose and all of them? With
Well,
these picks?
McBride's not bad. He'll be a good bench player for you guys. He's a solid all-around player when he played in West Virginia with Bob Huggins. So you play for a guy like that, you have to be an all-around player for sure. So he could be a good bench guy for you.
I'm just wondering if one of these guys is going to be like a Emmanuel Quickly, who's kind of like a surprise. Like, you didn't really think that this guy was going to have an impact on the team, and then because especially when you got Thibodeau as the coach, who don't like starting or playing young guys, and Emmanuel Quickly broke the lineup and he did it extremely
No,
well.
McBride could.
So I'm
McBride
saying,
could.
any of these guys have that kind of potential? Like,
McBride could.
and what about the Nets? So you said the Nets made a trade?
Yeah, well, the Nets, they did so good. They picked up this kid from LSU, Cameron Thomas. He's a scorer. He averaged 23 points in his only year as a freshman at LSU. Okay, made All-American, led LSU to the team berth. Yes, his defense is sort of average. They can work on that.
So he fits with the Nets then. He can
He
score,
does
he
fit
can
on
play
that Nets,
defense.
yes.
That's
He'll
the Net motto right
he's
there.
a perfect bench player right now for them. That he can learn over Harden, Kyrie, and everything else like that. But down the road, give him 2 to 3 years, Okay, this kid's going to be a solid NBA player by far.
All right.
By far. They were
the
talking
only,
about this kid being a top 15 pick going into the draft,
All
and
right.
dropped all the way down to 26
We'll see.
with the Nets.
the only problem I have with the NBA draft this year is I watched the draft. I watched it from basically beginning to end, and
Salute you.
listen. It was a lot of. It was hard.
Again,
Everybody,
it was hard.
Yes.
jeez,
All right.
bro, give me a.
It was very difficult. It
Listen,
was very
It
difficult.
was.
It
it
was
was
very difficult.
it was
It was very
to
difficult
listen.
to sit
Very,
through.
it's difficult to listen to him.
Because
Listen,
you think about it, usually you have so many trades going on, and the only trade they were talking about was the Westbrook trade.
yes, it was, and everybody was 6'8" in the guard.
Oh,
forward.
yeah.
Like I had never seen. Is there not many 6'8"
Facts,
players in the
Emmanuel.
world? It was hard. It was very hard to deal with and watch.
It's only where he knows.
Oh, could you stop with the? Jeez, it was very difficult to watch.
Oh, he took himself out the screen.
But like you were saying, like they were saying on the telecast, everybody's 6'8". I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
Hey,
everybody's
listen.
saying everybody's bringing the ball up. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Like it kind of looked like the same player was getting drafted like constantly. But I
Yeah,
mean, that's the way the NBA is it's changing into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the teams that did real good in the draft were definitely Orlando, for sure. Golden State did good by not trading those picks and picking up two quality players. I think Houston did very good
right.
with what they
Houston
had.
did great. Houston
Yeah.
did great.
Yeah, Oklahoma City was pretty good too. And
Oklahoma
also, I
City.
would say the Nets had a pretty good one too.
Right.
It's
All
crazy because the teams that he's speaking about, like OKC, they're known for, you know what I'm saying, they have a good front office. These guys, they draft good. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the ones who drafted 3 MVPs. They drafted
Yeah.
James
Think about
Harden, they
this.
drafted Russell Westbrook and Kevin
Within
Durant.
the next, what are we
And
at?
then
Next
Gildress,
6 or
and then
7 years,
Gildress.
they got 15 first
Nah,
round.
he got traded. 15. Yeah, with all those trades they
15
made.
first rounders in 7 years. They still have.
See, the internet was tight to hear you too, so that's what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
We know what happened.
Okay, she's got a ton of draft picks coming up.
Right.
OKC got a bunch of draft picks from the Clippers when they did the trade for Paul George, that blockbuster
Yes.
trade.
Right,
They got a
right.
lot
That
of draft picks
trade,
back from that.
right? The Westbrook trade. There's a few others they had.
Right.
Nah, definitely.
All right. Well, I mean, that's about the thick of that as far as the draft is concerned. How you guys feel about the trade deadline for baseball? Like
Whew,
that was
that's
the
wild
most
today.
exciting trade deadline I've ever seen in my life. And
Love
I ain't
it.
gonna lie to you, I was very sad as a Mets fan for a very long time because it looked like we wasn't gonna do nothing. I'm looking at the Phillies make moves. I'm looking at the Nationals give their team up. I'm looking at
The
even the
Dodgers.
Marlins. I'm talking about my division first.
Oh,
The Marlins even made a trade. And then Atlanta made a trade. I'm like, bro, like,
Let it
what
be
are we
like
doing?
4 trades. No,
Yeah,
let
like,
it be like 4.
but they didn't make the 4 one yet until we did out. And I was like, what are we doing? And then this fella right here, he's on the team. Bias. It makes everything okay. It makes everything okay.
well, first of all,
Makes everything
we had
okay.
to salute all the true New York fans, man. The Mets did their thing yesterday. You got to salute that, and you got to salute the Yankees. I think both teams did a pretty good job on their trades yesterday, and I was impressed. That's all I can say. There's nothing else.
Listen, everybody be killing Cashman, bro, right? But this is my thing. Like, yeah, I mean, the team has underperformed all season, but the man made trades without spending money. Like,
It takes a
I don't
skill.
know.
It's a skill.
I
You know
don't
what?
know this guy has over people, but bro, he had the Cubs pay Rizzo's salary because he gave up an extra pick. You know what I'm saying? Like he's maneuvering with that salary and picking up.
They
bats.
didn't do what they were supposed to do. They need pitching, and
what
they
I
got
salute-
nothing.
They ended up picking up a little pitching towards the end. I mean, it wasn't big
Only-
star pitching, but they ended up
They
picking up.
needed
Only
big
thing
time
I-
pitching, and they didn't get it.
I salute
picked
the
up
fact
some.
they went and got some left-handed batting. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we was missing in the lineup. And
That's
you know
what
what?
I'm
To go
saying.
out, to listen to the fans, to listen to the people, and
And
go out
isn't
there.
Tyone pitching well now?
Listen.
He's pitching well
No,
now. You know what I'm saying?
it's
It's
decent.
Garrett Cole. That's the guy you don't know what's he's
Yeah.
gonna do.
Well,
Ever since the controversy, he's done. I think he's done.
First
I
of
think
all,
something's wrong with him.
He had a 2-game stretch where he was on fire, and then
it's not
then he
nothing
gave
wrong
up
with
75 runs the last game.
it's not nothing wrong with him. It's the fact that he can't use the substance he's been using his whole career.
So there's something wrong with him.
You know,
There's
8
not
runs
something-
to Tampa? Come
There's
on.
not something wrong with him. It's something wrong with the system.
Or something wrong with the cheating that he was doing.
It's not cheating, man.
man.
It's not
It's
cheating.
not
They're not going anywhere.
It wasn't
They're
banned.
going
It
to lead the
wasn't
league in
banned.
strikeouts by the end of the year with that
Thank
offense.
you.
It wasn't banned. It wasn't banned.
Thank you, Kyrie. I appreciate you, bro.
It
Thank
wasn't banned.
It is now.
Hey, they hating. They hating, man.
We
They
can look
hating.
out for in the American League, the White Sox.
Yeah, Emmanuel, you're absolutely correct. That dude, Trevor, what's his name? Trevor Williams. Trevor Williams. I looked him up, and that dude's ERA is like 5 something. Like the dude gives up mad runs. So I was like, I mean, obviously he's somebody they want to put in the bullpen, but how do you trust somebody like that in the bullpen that gives up all those runs? Like I don't know if there's any Cub fans out there that can explain to me what that was about. I don't know if that was a salary balance move or whatever, just to say that we took a pitcher. But he's definitely not a pitcher that I can see that we can rely on. You know what I'm saying? But the Rich Hill thing, now everybody laughed at the Rich Hill thing, and it's really comical because everybody was getting power bats and we're getting Rich Hill, who's 40 like something years old,
41.
whatever. But you know what? He's solid. He eats innings. We got guys that's injured. We got Carrasco that's pitching right now. You know what I'm saying? He's just arrived back. We got Syndergaard that's supposed to be arriving back in September. So at least that's a little quality arm. I'm not saying that he's a DeGrom-ish type of pitcher. Obviously, he's not.
But
the
Rich,
thing is,
Rich Hill's the 2021 version of Jamie Moyer.
I hear you, but see, my issue is the fact that Walker all of a sudden decided he forgot how to pitch. He's given up 6 runs a game the last 3 outings. You know what I'm saying?
Did he forget how to pitch?
We had Diaz.
Yeah, the one bad inning against Atlanta.
We had Diaz that
Okay.
had three straight blown saves, and then I think he had 3 straight outings good after that. So, like I said, man, like our pitching has carried us, but now we need the bats to do their thing and that's why I'm glad they picked up Baez, because now that gives us great defense up the middle. You know what I'm saying? Him at shortstop right now while Lindor's hurt. Then when Lindor gets back, you can throw him at second and put McNeil at third. You know what I'm saying? So now we're going to have extra solidified defense. Baez strikes out a lot, but he's definitely a threat at the plate, hit home runs. You know what I'm saying? He's a spark plug, just like Lindor. So imagine having 2 spark plugs. I'm looking at the positives. You know what I'm saying? I think we still are the better team in the division, in my opinion.
In a very weak division, but they're definitely the better team.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Miguel too. Tyler Miguel. Yeah, he's definitely a surprise.
Yeah.
Excellent surprise.
What'd you call him? McGrom? What'd you call Tyler McGrom?
What do I put? Davis? I think Davis would probably he'll probably be like the utility guy, because like he could play a little outfield and he could play a little infield as well. But
defensive
obviously
liability.
he's really not a good defensive guy, but he's really a good hitter. But then you got VR, we got Pilar, we got our bench squad our bench mob is crazy. So that even makes our bench stronger. You know what I'm saying? So right now Lindor ain't gonna be back no time soon anyway. So like I said, he's gonna be playing majority of the time at third right now until Lindor gets back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Boog, I got a question for you.
What's good?
If DeGrom is out any significant amount of time, they say it's about to be 2 weeks, right? He's supposed to be out
2 more weeks because he just had a setback.
2 additional weeks. If he's out any more time than 2 weeks, say out a month, you think the Mets can drop out of first place?
I think it's something to be concerned about, but this team is really gritty, bro. Like I don't know if you've been watching the games. Like,
listen,
he hasn't been pitching for what 2? He's missed about a week and a half.
June 7th was his last start,
and this is August almost, right?
Right.
So he's been a month, and we're still here, still. Yeah, and we've been playing good teams. We've been playing really good teams.
Yeah, lost 3 out of 5 to Atlanta.
It happens though.
Yeah. I mean,
it happens.
It
happens. When you're playing baseball, you play that many games. You're not gonna win every series.
You're
not
absolutely right. But I'm just saying, me personally, not a Mets fan, but DeGrom is a monster like no other.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Of course.
No doubt.
And I feel like the Mets are going to definitely miss him for the get the flies out the house, man. They're definitely going to miss him if he's out for a month. And in Atlanta,
he was already out for a month.
And
he's been almost a month already.
And correct me if I'm wrong. If the Mets drop out of first place, they can't even get the wild card. So
Okay,
they have
but-
to keep. I'm just.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
have to
but
keep the first
I hear
place
you.
spot.
I hear you because all you guys got is the wild card. You understand what I'm saying?
No,
So
listen,
I understand that. I understand that.
This is not
Hey,
hate.
listen.
This is
No. I understand that, but see, what you gotta understand is we've been missing the ground for the past month, and this
Right.
is the beautiful thing about baseball. One person doesn't define the team. Look at Atlanta, right? Who did Atlanta lose? Chet
They
Ozuna,
lost Acuna.
Acuna. I'm sorry, they lost Acuna. He was their best player, and guess what? They kept going. When the Nationals lost Schwarber, who was their best, he was their most hot player. They still kept winning. So what I'm trying to say is, like, in baseball is a little different than basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like you can lose your best player and you can still maintain. I'm not saying the Mets are a better team, and of course not, because he's our guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's our number one guy. Like they was talking about MVP and Cy Young. You know what I'm saying?
but
But
what my point is this.
he's a pitcher, and a pitcher pitches every 5 days.
But my point is this: when it comes to the Yankees, right? The Yankees are fighting for a wild card spot, right?
Bless you.
Thank you.
If everything goes right, they can actually move up and pass Boston. That's probably not going to happen,
No.
right? But the Mets,
How many
if
games
they
you out?
drop off,
How
if
many
they,
games you out?
7, I want to say.
I can tell you, if I'm the
a lot.
Yankees, you better start worried about Toronto.
Yeah, because they picked up a lot.
Toronto's still the best pitcher on the market.
They got Berrios, right?
Yep. And
Listen,
yep.
I'm not even worried about. I'm not worried about Toronto at all.
And they needed one more good arm, and they got it.
But to me, when it comes to the
That's
Mets,
a good team, bro.
and I'm not taking that away from them.
That's a good
Because
team.
actually this year, because the Yankees have been so dismal and hard to watch, I've been watching the Mets.
You
And
better
the
watch.
Mets-
You better watch the Yankees now.
I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch them now. I said I haven't been watching because they've been dismal. They're hard to watch. It's terrible baseball. I mean, to lose 14-0 is unacceptable.
That's disgusting.
Unacceptable baseball.
The
But
black is back for the Mets, y'all. Oh, sorry.
here we
Black
go.
uniforms. Black uniforms.
Here we go. But my thing, what worries me about the Mets is the fact that if they hit any type of losing streak and they drop out, it's gonna be horrible, bro. It's gonna be the media is gonna beat them down. So for y'all's sake, and I'm rooting for the Mets. I'm not gonna lie, because they've been a good baseball team to watch. It's nothing like watching some good gritty any baseball fan that says they can't watch the Mets is not a baseball fan. You know what I'm saying? The Mets have been playing outstanding baseball.
Yeah.
So on that front, I salute the Mets. But going without DeGrom for a significant amount of time, I think it's going to
hurts.
really hurt them.
It hurts.
It
It
does
hurts.
hurt. You're
But I
right.
think we're gonna maintain. But that we went over an hour, folks. This is supposed to be a half an hour show. We went over an hour, so we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna give props to our sponsor, 106th Street Tire and Wheel. And guys, thank you for your time on Friday drinking. And I'm gonna continue this, and I'm gonna watch the rest of this Met game. I don't know what you guys doing tonight. Good luck for your daughter with the bowling still. Chet got surgery coming up, so good luck on your surgery.
Good luck to you, Chet.
And Kyrie, good luck with life because you're young.
Appreciate it.
Listen,
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
I need you to bring the youngster back one more time, man. A couple more times. We need to discuss more basketball. I need
Definitely.
some youthful
Absolutely.
aspect of this thing. You know what I mean?
Night, man,
definitely.
Yes, sir.
Take it easy, guys. Always good talking to you, man.
Yes, sir.
Always good.
Good night, y'all.
Salute, guys.